heading into the year?
Oh, well, I mean, first and foremost, I'm joined by Grace and Morgan, who have been here with me the entire time. So it's kind of bittersweet to be at this point in their career, but I'm really excited for what this year has in store for them. We have 5 returning kids and 10 newcomers. So, like, this is my first time having a roster of 15 kids. The great thing about it is we're having a lot of fun just getting to know each other on and off the court. I feel like we have a great team that just really loves the game and loves this process of getting better and coming together, to be the team that we need to be this year. So really excited for the leadership we have in our returners and going to be relying heavily on them as we just kind of navigate this season. But I think we also have some really bright spots with our newcomers and just the future as well, too.
All with those newcomers, you've got a bunch of freshmen, but also some experienced players, and that's the name of the game, right?
It is. We have Aaliyah Moore, who's a grad transfer, who's a 4 player for us. Ja Harvey, who's coming in as a senior, and then we have 2 junior college kids that join us as juniors as well too. So they're coming with some basketball and college experience, but still getting to know how we do things here at Omaha. But they've been great additions. I mean, I feel like they fit right in, and they give us just pieces of what we need that are going to help make us successful this year.
Does having the returners that you have in key spots kind of give you guys confidence, especially just with a lot of turnover across the league, they can build on what you guys did last year?
It does, and I know we're in a time where like the transfer portal is everything for every program, but I mean, I still enjoy recruiting high school athletes, and obviously these are high school athletes that have stayed and, look at where their careers are and the growth that they've had over their 4 years. So excited about that too. I'm relying on the returners a lot for just their leadership and just explaining stuff to the younger kids. I know as we're moving through practice really quickly, they're the voices that are on the side with some of the players as well too, explaining, how this play works or how this works. And so they've been really good with that early for us.
Which one area specifically do you think that the newcomers can kind of brand boost you again?
First of all, they have great energy. I just think we got more athletic, which is really good. I think we brought in some decent scoring as well, too. So I think just being able to contribute on the offensive end, but also defensively, I think is where you're going to see the biggest improvement from our group this year.
Size is going to be an issue. It's certainly in your pre-league games, but it is. Do you have a hornet's nest approach? How do you make that work in your favor? How can you attack that part of it?
Sure. Well, not to give away all our secrets. But I think that our group is really passionate about playing defense. So what we lack in size, we're going to make up for in just heart and grit and tenacity and just being all over the place. And, I think it's especially for our returners, just how we finished the year last year defensively was just a disappointment based on the talent we had within our group. So I think for them, it's going to be a point of pride and constant point of emphasis that we really stick together and get stops on the defensive end.
Start with Morgan and Grace. Just wanted to ask you guys, what you hope to get out of your senior year and, the emotions of one more go last year.
Well, obviously, win a ring is the goal and get as many wins as we can. And just to have fun. I mean, it's me and Grace's last year with Coach Banks, and just honestly just have fun and just enjoy the process as much as we can.
Yeah, I agree. I think having fun and winning games, pray that we can get to the championship and get a win. But for me, I think I don't want to, go out of this program and nobody remembers me. So I kind of want to leave my mark and leave my footprint on the program a little bit. And that's not even just basketball, but just kind of being myself, being a good person, being active in the community. But basketball-wise, yeah, we're getting a ring for sure.
And you guys have quite a challenge right off the bat going out to Lincoln. Coach, I'll start with you.
Sure.
Since you're the one that made that happen.
I know. I'm like, am I going to regret this halfway through the season? This tough schedule, our whole non-conference, I feel like is pretty tough. But I think, as you guys know, the Summit League is a really tough conference for women's basketball. So what we always try to accomplish with our non-conference schedule is to get some tough games that'll get us experience for those battles that we're going to get in Summit League play. So I think one thing that we did differently this year that is really going to work in our favor is playing that exhibition game. We always did the close scrimmages, and I think just actually putting the uniform on, seeing the crowd, lights on, popcorn pop, and all that stuff, getting our kids in that environment early, I think was really, really good for us. And then, of course, against a really good team as well, too. I think that was a good early test just to get us ready. But I'm excited. I know our kids are always excited to play an in-state matchup as well, too. They know probably a lot of people on that roster. So I think it's going to be a good one on Monday.
And then we get off on more. It's just your excitement for that game on Monday, and starting off the bat, with a big challenge as well.
I'm very excited because I think it's going to set the tone for the rest of the season for us, and we just can get a better feel of like what is expected for us in the Summit League, and to just be able to go out there and compete against a school like Nebraska is always fun and nice to just see where we are for the season.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I have some history with PBA, and I'm excited to go back on the court. Not thinking about what happened in the game our sophomore year, but maybe my senior year. But I'm really excited, and I know a few of the girls that play at Lincoln, so it'll be good for us. And like Morgan said, it will kind of just show us where we're at.
Is there a little bit of like a competitive edge to you there of taking on, some girls that you knew at the high school level as well?
I mean, I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no, because I am a Nebraska kid. Like, I'm from here. I played with, two of the girls that are on the team and played against all of them. So, yes and no.
And for Coach, sort of what did you take away from the exhibition, your first look at your team last week?
Yeah, I thought that we had some really good moments on defense despite the score. We are kind of in this phase right now where, we're playing really good defense for like 20 seconds, and then it's just that one breakdown at the end. But the really positive takeaway about that is the 20 seconds that we're really locked in and doing the things we need to do. I think we had a great day shooting the ball and sharing the basketball as well, too. And I think, again, what we walked away with and just knowing that this was an NCAA tournament team and just their success from the previous season is, wow, we can compete with anybody, And so I think that our team just walked away with some confidence about the group, and just it was a gritty thing for us. We don't have all our kids back right now. We still got some kids that we're trying to get healthy and all that. So to go out there with that group and for them to fight the way they did, I think you take away that third quarter and it's still a really, really competitive possession basketball game.
And Grace, sort of on the subject of shooting, what does a hot shooting start like last week sort of do for your confidence going forward?
Well, I don't want to give too much away, but I do have the green light. So if I catch it and I'm open, but, I shot the ball well, and I talked to our assistant coach Jay about. She asked me, she's like, how do you think you played? I was like, I think I played pretty well. She's like, I think you played pretty well, for scoring as much as you did and playing as much as you did. Like, that's a pretty good start. But one thing that's been kind of in the back of my head is some of those shots aren't going to go in every game. Like, I'm not going to, get as many chances to shoot the ball as I did in that game, and maybe I'll get more or, whatever. I can't let my confidence be determined by if the ball goes in the basket or not. I have somebody who relies on me to play good defense. And if I'm not playing good defense, you'll see me sitting on the bench. So I have other areas that, I really need to focus on and get better at this season. But it was a confidence booster for sure.
I throw one more question out at Morgan. These new people around you, what do they bring? What do you see? How do they make this team's personality?
Oh wow, they're great. What makes them fun is they have a fun personality. They're great people. They want to learn. They want to listen, and they just want to do so much more. And it's just honestly makes my job easier as far as trusting them and knowing that they're in the right spots and everything, and that ultimately we will come together as a team and like win games.